back to the channel, guys. Today we got an F80 M3. It's a sedan version with the S55 engine, and it's really strong. This is actually Alan's car. He goes by Michavito F80 on Instagram, so give him a follow if you want to follow his build. It's a really nice car. You got like all these subtle mods going on. My favorite is this one right here, the LED taillights. The LED taillights are nice, kind of reminds me of the Honda Civic. And then for the exhaust, he has, what exhaust do you have on this setup?
So I have BRSF mid pipes and BRSF and down pipes.
BRSF mid pipes and down pipes with stock muffler, right?
Yeah.
It sounds really good. And then what kind of performance mods? Do you have intercooler or?
I have BRSF intake, BRSF charge pipes, and then Bootmod3.
So charge pipe, intake, and Bootmod3 stage 1?
Stage 2.
Stage 2? Oh yeah, because of the down pipes. So you're making a lot of power already. So today we're going to be installing E85 Flex Fuel Kit on this car because that's the next step for him to take a big power bump or a nice gain. And what's special about this kit is it's really easy to install. Unlike the kit on my M3, the E90, that one you had to go into each injector and plug it in. This one you just go straight to the fuel pump. So let's go ahead and head back to the fuel pump. I'll show you guys how to install this quickly and easily. So on the four-door sedan version, you have to remove the rear seat to get access to the EKP module. You want to just straight up pry open. Oh, I just bumped my head, ouch. So you pry the bottom seat and then it just comes straight out. If you had heated rear seats, you'd have to unplug the heated rear seat cable, so just be careful for that. I don't think he has heated rear seats, so we don't have to worry about it. Rear seats are coming off. Looks like we found a nickel over here. We're rich. Finders keepers. Yeah. We got almost $1 worth of coins. Start on the bottom and then just keep pulling. There's 2 connector points. Right here, here, and here. Those are your prying points. So right here is the EKP module. We're going to go ahead and unplug the big one, like so. And then let's try and turn the car on again and see if it dies this time. And we're doing this to depressurize the system so we don't make a big fuel mess back here. One thing that'll also help to kind of release the pressure is to remove the fuel cap and just leave it open. And then we're going to go ahead and start the car. Alright, so the car died. In the rear seats, if you lift off this little piece here, you can see the fuel pump right over here. You'll need to remove these 10mm bolts. Looks like there's 5 of them. This is your fuel pump cable. So now we took off the fuel pump connector. Set that aside for now. What you want to do is remove the white clip at the bottom here. Just push that back. Once you've got that safety clip clipped back, then you can start to pull this slowly out. So there's a button back here that you need to push in order to pull this whole entire system, line out of the system. There you go. Okay. When I pulled it out, a little bit came out, but trust me, it will be a lot worse if you did not depressurize the system. This place would probably be flooded with gas. So wiped off a little bit of the residue, as you can see, nice and clean. I think I'm gonna hide this over here somewhere, like maybe back here, like right around there. This one here is going to make its way into the fuel pump and connect to the flex fuel sensor, which is right here. Connects to that one. This one's going to go into the actual fuel pump itself, and then this section, the old connection, is going to go to the new part of this fuel pump right here. You're going to put this in and push it until you hear a click. Okay, so that's clicked in. Wait until you hear a click. There you go. It's going to have to go through this little hole in here. So go ahead and pull out this rubber grommet, like so. So now you have the rubber grommet out. Place the cord through, put that grommet back on again. This one can plug into the sensor. Okay, this somewhere. Take your fuel pump cable and plug it into the fuel pump. Awesome. And then bolt everything back together with the arrow facing forward, like so. Let's go ahead and connect the wires for the module and the EKP. So you've got your female connector here that goes into the male connector. Alright, that's on. Next one is this one, goes into the EKP module itself. Alright, and that is in. It's that easy, guys. It really is plug and play system. This is a really well designed kit from Bootmod3, Keys Motorsports, and Pro Tuning Freaks. They made a really easy to install E85 kit. Okay, so now we are connecting into the Bootmod3 app, or BM3, and we're going to go ahead and put the seatbelt on. So we're flashing the Bootmod3 map. To check your ethanol content, it's actually going to be on the tach gauge, the tachometer. So you want to come down to here, this piece of the steering wheel. You can click up. You can do 2 clicks up and 2 clicks down. You actually want to just do 1 click down and then hold it, and then you'll pay attention to the tach meter. You can see I have ignition on, so when I let go it's 0, and then when I push 1 down and hold it, it goes up to about a little less than 1000 RPM, and that tells me that there's about 8 to 10% ethanol in the system. So it's really cool. You can do this while you're driving. You can do it while you're sitting with the ignition on. Again, just push down 1 click and hold it, and you can see the tach move. Alright, so far we have no leaks here. Paying attention to the connection points here and the connection point on the fuel pump, there's no leaks. So we are ready to tuck this away and put the cover back on. Okay, so we're going to put the rear seat on now. This one's a little tricky. The trickiest part is getting the seat belts through these tight holes here. Take your old seat belt and thread it through the hole. Okay, so here's the old seat belt. Clip it here. What this does is it allows us to kind of pull the seat belt through. We've got 4 seat belts on. Now we can go ahead and start to guide this rear seat back in. Start with the rear section first. Push it all the way in there. Yeah, this is the hardest part of the whole job. It's getting these damn seat belts through. Okay, so as soon as you've pulled these seat belts through the holes, including the center one right here, which I'll clip, go ahead, push down until it clips. Same thing here, push down until it clips. Now you can take a little rest break because you are almost done. What's that now? Okay guys, let's go back to the front. Let's drive to the nearest gas station and put some E85 in the system. Okay, so Alan is going to be putting about 4.5 gallons of E85 into his car, and then the rest 91. And that should get us close to E30 mix. Okay, so we did 4.5 gallons. Only $18 for 4.5 gallons. Now we're gonna go ahead and fill up the rest with 91. Okay, so Alan has filled up E30 in the system. Now we are retuning the car. We're gonna flash it to the E30 map. So it may read only E8 or E10 initially, but once you drive around for a few minutes and let the fuel circulate the system, it'll show the real ethanol levels after a few minutes of driving. All right, so we are officially at E30 now. It took us about 2 minutes of idling to get to that point. Oh wow, these brakes are amazing. I'm literally getting thrown back in my seat and then thrown forward from the brakes. What's the boost target? Is this like 20 psi or?
I think 18.
18 psi, okay. That's a lot for a big turbo, or 2 big turbos on this car.
My head was just like turning, like
It literally feels like a Tesla. Like it pulls like a Tesla. Obviously not from a dig, but on a roll. Man, that is powerful. Where'd you learn how to drive? Your dad?
Yeah, when I was like 10, probably.
10?
Yeah.
I didn't learn to drive until I was 15 and a half.
Really?
oh.
Take a right turn. Right turn.
So I was like laughing ear to ear.
Oh man.
Smile.
The freaking seatbelt's choking my neck.
Oh no! So that's how I feel when you drive.
No, it's only when he brakes.
Oh, alright.
When he was flooring, it felt good.
That startup bar sounds good.
Okay, so this is my second time driving an F80 M3. The first one was a test drive at a dealership, and it was it was stock, so it kind of felt underwhelming, unfortunately. But this is the complete opposite of underwhelming. This one is tuned and modded very strongly, so it is quite a powerful powerhouse, as you could say. So that was second gear. Yeah, that felt amazing. Here we go. Damn. So yeah, second gear wasn't really hooking up there. It was actually spinning, but man, that felt amazing.
Yeah.
I think my favorite gear to pull is second and third. Second and third, really. If second hooks up though, it's game over for anybody. I feel like Alan's gonna be beating a lot of people in some roll races soon. Okay, so we just made it home, and this is a video on how to convert your F80 M3 to flex fuel. Flex fuel is so much more convenient because you can see exactly how much fuel is in the system, how much ethanol. And this Bootmod3 kit is so easy to install. It's literally plug and play. So hats off to them, great product. Thanks again, Mitsubishi, for letting us install the flex fuel kit on your car, and thank you for taking us for a spin and letting me drive it. It's a really fun experience, and I think I talked to him. He said he was going to be doing upgraded turbos eventually down the line, so you can imagine he's probably going to be chasing 1,000 horsepower soon here. So keep an eye out for this car in the streets of Fremont. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks again, Alan. We'll see you around. Hold on. Man, it's not a cold start. That's a warm start, but it sounds so loud.